How's it going, guys? DK here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Roush. Top 5 things I like, top 5 things we don't really care for. So first off, the car's been phenomenal. It's been a really good ride. The main thing about it is just driving around and breaking necks everywhere we go. People are looking at the car, commenting on the car. It's been great. So you can kind of see it there. It's been a fun ride. So let's get started with the 5 things we like the best about the car. First of all, it's the looks. Number 1, the looks. The way that Roush has styled this car, they did a really good job. Very subtle, but yet it is definitely an eye catcher. So the wing on the back, real subtle wing. It's got the wing that comes off the back of the trunk versus on top, like a lot of Mustangs. You can kind of see there, the wing goes on top on the majority of the Mustangs. On the Roush, however, it goes off the back of the trunk. So they did a really good job with that. The other thing that we like the best about the car is the exhaust. The exhaust, phenomenal exhaust. The way that it sounds, the rumble that it has. This is not the active exhaust, however, it is the Roush straight through exhaust. So you can kind of see it there. The inside tips go straight through the muffler to the exhaust pipe. The outside tips stop at the forward side of the muffler.
Okay, the third thing that we like the best is the gauges and all the little details that Roush put into the car. You can see here the white gauges during the day. They've got the R in the on the speedometer over here on the top. At night, it is, the way I have these set up is these are my color gauges. However, I've got the red halo and then I've got the blue lights during the nighttime. But another thing which was really cool that Roush did is they put the Roush R for the reverse. You see that there? The Roush R on the reverse of the automatic. This is a 10-speed automatic car. So I just thought that was really cool. Extra little details that Roush put into the car. They did a really good job. You can kind of see here too on the interior, they put the serial number of the car and then the Roush logo on the dash as well. On the performance pack, what they did was they added the machine surface here onto the dash, but then also these 2 gauges. Now these 2 gauges here are also my color gauges, as well as the main gauges there. So just a really good overall, the touches that Roush did on the car with the little Roush pieces. The seats in this car, the interior is not a Roush interior. It is the stock GT Mustang interior, as you can see here. So there's nothing special about those per se, but Roush did add the badges here on the side. So all the Roush little details has been really cool to have on the car. So and then Roush on the wheels. And the wheels are really great. These polished aluminum wheels are really nice. They get a lot of attention, and you can see the Roush that they put on there, as well as the front splitter has got the Roush logo, and then the Roush Stage 2 badge on the grill right there. So and then obviously the window decal that you see there. So they did a really good job on all the little Roush details to make it a little bit special with everything that they did. So flag that they put there above the marker light, as well as the Roush badge across the deck lid. This is another shot. If you could see the flag, these are the Diode Dynamics LED markers, side marker lights, but the flag there above it is just really cool. Again, matte black. So really nice with all the details that Roush did. And the fourth thing that we like the best is the gas mileage / automatic transmission. The 10-speed automatic transmission, as you can kind of see there, I've added the White Madness Garage shift knob and manual boot to make it look a little bit stylish in there. But the automatic 10-speed has really been great. I was really disappointed at first, thinking I was going to get lower gas mileage than I did in the 6-speed EcoBoost. But it turns out that I get about the same gas mileage on my
commute back and forth to work. As you could see on the gauges, whenever I showed the gauges, I'm getting about 21.5, and I've been getting on it a little bit lately. I have had it up to as high as 23.5 miles per gallon in the city back and forth to work. So the gas mileage really hasn't been all that bad, and the automatic transmission is really nice. So a little better than I expected there. So I'm happy about that. And the fifth and final thing that we like most about the ROUSH is, of course, the 5.0 motor. This is really with any 18 or newer, this is a Coyote Gen 3 motor. So any of the 18 and newer Mustangs are gonna have this motor, but that's what we have on our ROUSH. So the fifth and final thing is the motor, really just being the power and the torque that it puts out for this motor, and being back in a 5.0 and getting that V8 power again, which again helps with the number 2 thing that we liked, which was the exhaust sound and the notes. So as you can see here, this is not the supercharged version, this is the stage 2, but it's got room for improvement if we want to add that later on. So and then again, you can see how ROUSH added the RS2 there with the strut tower bar, the GT Performance Pack strut tower bar, and then they added again in the engine bay the serial number and the ROUSH badge. So overall, really impressed with the car. Really like the motor and the exhaust, the appearance, the gauges, the transmission and miles per gallon, and then the details that ROUSH did to the car. And then, of course, with any 5 great things you like about the car, there's also 5 things that you don't like about the car. So we'll start here with this one. The ROUSH engine bay is pretty bland. It's just like any GT Mustang. ROUSH has a cold air intake and different parts and pieces that they put on the engines that they offer. However, they do not come with the car as you purchase it from the factory. So it has the exact stock engine bay of a GT Mustang. I really wish that ROUSH would put at least the cold air intake on there in the engine bay from the factory to give it that little extra something under the hood to add to the appearance and the suspension package. And then the other thing for the car that we wish that ROUSH would have done is put the tune on it. So not only the cold air intake, but also add the tune. ROUSH offers a tune for these vehicles without the supercharger. It'd be great if they put it on the car whenever it was sold initially, again, to give it a little bit more power. So that's the second thing. The third thing that we don't like is the wheels. We love the wheels, don't get me wrong, these wheels are phenomenal. However, the wheels themselves are not the right offset. You can kind of see there that they kind of stick in a little bit. If you wanted to add like 20mm spacers behind it, bolt-on spacers, it would stick out a little too far, I think. But it just wish that ROUSH would have put a little bit more space behind there. The offset on these is a 45. The wheels themselves are 20 by 9.5, but the offset is a 45 offset plus 45. I wish ROUSH would have at least done a plus 30, plus 35 offset, would have been great. You can put some wider tires on here to make it a little bit stick out a little wider stance. I think it would make it look a lot better. But the width of the tires, if you go wider to get the right height, you're going to have to go with a different ratio on the sidewall. So a 295/30 would fit great. On the 9.5-inch rim, you're pushing the width a little bit, but the overall height goes down about 1/2 inch on the tires. So the suspension on this car is great with the coilovers. So you could lower that a little bit, make it look a little better, which we might end up doing. But it's really just the offset on the wheels that I wish that ROUSH would have done a little different there. So that's number 3. Okay, the fourth thing that we don't like about the ROUSH is the lack of options for hood scoops. These that you see on the hood now are hood vents from ROUSH, which are great. They're a little different than the stock GT. However, in 2015 through 17, ROUSH actually offered a hood scoop that you could put on the front, and it looked really good. It gave it that muscle car look. However, in 2018, there's not an option really out there for that. In fact, there's not many options for hoods to begin with on 2018 and newer. Hopefully some companies like Cervini's and all that come out with more. Cervini's does have a cowl induction hood currently. It's a 4-inch cowl. It's a little big for what we want on our car. Hopefully they come out with the stalker hood soon, that would be good. Or somebody comes out with a really nice looking hood. I think there's only 2 or 3 hoods out there on the market right now to add to the 18s and 19s. You can kind of see here the brake calipers. They're a little dingy. They're like just the standard GT Performance Pack brake calipers. They're a little bit kind of gray color. And I wish that they were easier to clean and make look good. So maybe one day I will have those powder coated to kind of go with the red theme on the car. But I don't know, that's something at a later date we could possibly look at. So again, guys, the car's been great. We absolutely love it. It was a good choice to get this car and trade it in the EcoBoost. So if you have any questions, be sure to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I'll be posting more as soon as I can. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.